worst one will have 11 million watching some hokey
That's
program.
right.
Now, folks, I'm telling you, we've got a job to do. We've got a serious job to do. But I'll tell a little quick story. When I was in Nicaragua, I was always amazed. You know, I would get stuff directly from the Intelligence Committee in Washington. I'd get on a plane. I would drop off out of a plane into Nicaragua. I'd hit the ground. I'd walk miles through the jungle. And when I would get to the camps or to the campesinos, they already knew what I was going to tell them. They already knew. Now, they didn't have radios. They didn't have telephones. They didn't have any of the modern-day communications devices. The closest I could ever figure out is they just knocked on cocoa trees until they passed the word around. But that made me know something that we're going to have to use today. We are going to have to pass the word around.
Person to person.
We're going to have to. Sir?
Person to person.
You bet.
That's why I tell the audience, they are the power. Don't thank me. You're the reason InfoWars is having a huge effect. You're the reason. You are the heart, folks.
Exactly
You're the mind, the guts, the bones, the fist. I mean, you're it. Please don't thank me, and please don't ask me to go try to do more. I'm doing everything I can to the point of insanity. Just please realize that you got to get the word out now. You got to tell 100 people a day about the stations we're on. You got to put a billboard up. You've got to call into C-SPAN. You've got to start your own show. You got to file a lawsuit. You got to donate money. You got to go to the city council meeting and just talk about these topics and get a buzz going so big. Because here's the deal. You know your numbers, Larry. Mainstream cable news TV, if you don't count Fox, their average show is about 1.5 million. The others together is only about 300, 400, 500,000. They are a joke. So you're
Exactly.
right. Maximum, the average show, 3 million. All cable news together in the United States, okay? A couple 100,000 more with Canada. But no one then actually goes out and gets real info. Even though they don't watch it, that kind of becomes word of mouth, what people heard. And the real power the media still has is as a talking point, the old media, to put out a talking point that people don't know where it came from. They just heard it. We have to take the InfoWars info, the Drudge info, the World Net Daily info, the Daily Caller info, and other good sites that tell the truth. And we've got to, or your own intel you get, put it out, speak about it, take action, and then word of mouth it. That's the key to the info war. So what do we word of mouth right now, talking to General Nichols?
Well, the first thing you need to talk about is what Hillary's going to do. Hillary's going to get in an aggressive campaign to discredit Trump. And Alex, I'll add to what you said. Folks, when you start this word of mouth campaign, there's two things you better remember, two rules. Number one, know your source. Don't be afraid to say, I heard it on InfoWars, Alex Jones.
Yeah, be proud. The key is be confident. The key is be confident. We're in a war, a death battle, folks. Get confident.
That's right. They're going to come at you and they're going to say, they've heard that Drudge or Jones or WorldNet, they're nutbags. That's what they've heard. You stomp on
You say you owe it to yourself to go see the truth. Don't let the mainstream media, they lie. Go find out for yourself. America's in trouble. Let's wake up and come in together.
Make them come and, hey, just tell them this. Look, I tell you what, I might be lying. Just do this. Go to InfoWars, watch Alex Jones for a week, and then come back and tell me. Second thing, what you pass on, you make sure that it is sourced and that it is true. Don't go taking something you heard from Joe Blow on the street.
That's why they put out disinfo sites on purpose to say wild stuff so that we get discredited.
You have no idea the disinformation machine we had with Bill Clinton in Arkansas back when I was there, and it's worse today. Watch these emails that you get from other people and go passing it around as though it were true. Source it out. If you're going to get somebody to join us in this battle, you make sure what you tell them is true. And you do those two things, and folks, I guarantee we're going to bring people in. The next thing you need to tell people, what's coming. See, that's paramount. Tell people what is coming ahead of time, but be smart. Don't go telling them the crazy stuff that you hear about the sky's going to fall on the 17th of May or whatever. Tell the stuff that's coming. Look, read the signs. You know, Alex, learn to read the signs. There is something wrong when Saudi Arabia, right? When Saudi Arabia starts having to pay IOUs for their contractors, Saudi Arabia's got oil out the kazoo. What happened? You know what happened to Saudi Arabia, folks? Iran. See, the part of the Iran deal that people are now finding out was all a lie, that big deal that they made, part of the Iran deal was Obama would facilitate allowing Iran to dump their oil at $25 a barrel or less when Saudi Arabia and OPEC was getting $40 to $45 a barrel. And now you've got ships. I got tickled about this. I guess tickle's not the word. You've got oil ships, freighters stuck out in the Mediterranean. Just sitting there. Now, guess what? Goldman Sachs earlier this week, Alex, put out a press release saying the oil glut's over. No, it's not, guys. No, it's not. Goldman Sachs is part of the machine. They're part of the system. And when they put stuff like that out, you'll be amazed at how many people fall back to sleep and they think, well, guess what? It's over. No, it's not. And then on the Hillary front, oh, Lord. You've got the Juanita Broaddrick stuff that's starting to resurface. That's going to come out. Let me tell you some stories that you need to know about Hillary. When Bill was president and when he was running for president, now this is coming out, by the way, Alex, and I hate to say it, but who I can use, National Enquirer, in the next week or so. There's going to be another article come out by me or about me, and I talk about two things. Number one, Hillary going, when Bill was governor, about every month to 6 weeks, Hillary would go out to L.A., and she would go to a church for witches. Witches.
By the way, Tex Mars, I remember, actually had copies of the local paper, her at the witchcraft ceremonies. So
she did go. She did go. It's not a joke. Now, the other thing, when Bill was running for president and when he was president, they were fighting me, because I was the one with, quote unquote, the bimbos. I was the one that brought out the women. Nobody else did. Hillary headed up personally what was called the bimbo eruption. It was Hillary. She was in charge of putting down, smearing any woman that I dared to bring out. She was the hammer. So Hillary was the facilitator. She wasn't the victim. She wasn't the one that, oh my God, when Bill told me about Monica Lewinsky, I just cried and thought, my God. She knew about all of it.
So to be clear, the National Enquirer, with you as a source, you're the original confirmed source, you're exposing her witchcraft behavior at her coven in Los Angeles, and it's coming out about the bimbo eruptions.
That's right.
Well, look, the Enquirer, people confuse it with News of the World, with, you know, Bat Boy. The Enquirer does tabloid stuff and gossip, but it's incredibly accurate compared to mainstream media.
It is. And I have found them, to be honest, more truthful in covering me and actually getting the story straight that I tell than anybody else in the printed media, to be honest, other than like Matt. But that's coming out. Use that. Use that. That's not some crazy story. And it will be significant because Hillary, her big thing that Trump's going to attack her with is she did know what Bill Clinton was doing.
And she was the one that honchoed the cover-up. Stay there. Larry Nichols, straight ahead, a lot more. Larry Nichols is our guest. I got some Trump clips I want to play while he's here with us, and then more Trump clips after he goes. Briefly, our all-time best-selling shirt now is the two different variants, limited editions, of Hillary for Prison. I put one out. It was very popular. It ended. People started copying it. Folks wanted it back, so we tweaked it a little bit, but it's basically the same shirt. We followed the letter of the law, because I always do what I say I'm going to do, and brought back this limited edition shirt with a tweak. On the back, Infowars.com is in red instead of white, and it says legalize freedom. And on the front, it says Hillary for Prison 2016, and then under it, till the end of time. So that's the difference in the shirt. It's very, very popular. We got a big shipment in of them just a few days ago. And we are offering 50% off. They're printed right here in the United States. 50% off, but you've got to go to Infowars.com/newsletter. Infowars.com/newsletter. And there's also a site on the front page of Infowars. Just put your email in. We will send you the promo code at checkout to get 50% off the Hillary for President shirt. Now, maybe you already have one. You want a Molon Labe. It's in English. It's the Come and Take It Texas version. That shirt is 50% off as well. That runs through Sunday with the promo code that we're going to give you when you sign up for the newsletter. And listen, I never did this smart. I've been on air 21 years. I was smart about trying to get the word out, but not foreseeing censorship. With all the Facebook and Twitter censorship and the rest of it, the tech experts say, listen, new tech is old tech. You want to have contact with all your hardcore patriots. So even if they shut down InfoWars or Prison Planet for a time during, internet control or kill switches, email will be next to near impossible to shut down unless they turn the electricity off. And we are super lacking. I never promoted Twitter. I never promoted Instagram. So, we've got like 4 or 5 million people on Facebook that follow our different channels. And we've got tens of millions that tune in every day on different platforms and millions of subscribers on YouTube. But when it comes to a few areas, we are basically in the negative. We are not doing good. We're flat-footed. We need to be able to stay in contact with you. Create a new email that's just for us to communicate. I don't care. Your old email, whatever. Go to Infowars.com/newsletter. Put in that email. We send you exclusive articles, videos, promo codes, coupons for the shopping cart, the store. We do use it for marketing and funding our operation. But the flip side of that is staying in contact with you. Infowars.com/newsletter. We don't share your email with anybody. It is essential we be able to stay in contact with all the patriots out there. We'll send you the promo code to get 50% off on one or more of these shirts. We almost lose money on that deal, but it's so exciting at the Trump rallies and everywhere to see every 10th person wearing a Hillary for President shirt or a Molon Labe shirt or a Come and Take It shirt. So take advantage of that today. Infowars.com/newsletter. Finally, we have the vitamin mineral fusion that took us 2 years to develop with one of the top nutraceutical producers in the country. It's a game changer, totally natural, healthy, organic, plant-derived, full spectrum minerals, amino acids, vitamins, and more. And it's got a lot of fancy stuff in it. Just go to the site, read about it. It's got a lot of amazing things in it. It's got the proper organic form of vitamin B12, methylcobalamin. It's got other things in it as well, like coenzyme Q10. There's too much to list here. It is the best multivitamin mineral out there to absorb into your body. That way you drink it with the saliva in your mouth. It actually gets broken down. You actually get it into your bloodstream. It's so amazing. If you want to boost that even more, vitamin B12, Secret 12, under the tongue at InfoWarsLife.com. Especially for older folks and people. There's such a vitamin B12 absorption problem in the gut. And then lastly, we're running this special as long as we can, hopefully in the next week, but it is very popular. X2, the good halogen, Nation iodine, 20% off, InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll-free 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. It's got 4.8 stars out of, 1,313 reviews on Power Reviews, a third-party site. I mean, it is the ultimate true pure iodine that doesn't burn your stomach and the rest of it. But still, consult a physician, because if you already got thyroid problems and you're too far gone or whatever, just consult your physician. Consult your physician before you breathe oxygen either. I mean, I could say before you take a walk in the park. The point is that look into it for yourself and be sure and read the insert there. But it is all generally seen as safe and good. And you die without iodine. The problem is there's just hardly any of it that's pure out there, and it's got problems, with folks that have never really had it. You're so full of the bad ones in your thyroid and other glands that when it hits sometimes and things happen, you can have some toxic effects, you name it. I mean, the road from hell back to heaven is not an easy one, is it? Okay, back to Larry Nichols. Larry, I want to play some clips here of Trump. I want to talk about other big things that are coming. But no, I agree with you. It's uncanny. I see elites running to New Zealand, armored redoubts, stock markets plunging around the world, big companies defaulting, and Saudi Arabia having to borrow $10 billion a week to pay payrolls. They were supposedly the richest country in the world. Millions of refugees pouring in, sleeper cells, the elites weaponizing media, just all sorts of crazy.